Do you know a kid who loves building with blocks and is curious about the way things work? This is our neighbor Evan. He builds all kinds of stuff and loves science. But who can he relate to for this kind of thing? Well, Benjamin Banneker was an astrologer, mathematician, and surveyor for land development. He, along with Andrew Ellicott, designed the layout of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. But Banneker was doing that back in the 1790s, over 200 years ago. I have a new Black hero for us who is engineering great creations today. Meet Marshall E. Purnell, co-owner of a design firm for over 35 years and one of the most accomplished architects of today. His works include the $800 million Washington Convention Center, the $600 million Washington Nationals baseball park, and the arena where the professional basketball and hockey teams play in D.C. Among other things, they designed luxury homes around the U.S. and a golf course in the Bahamas. I wondered, how does this kid born in 1950, who grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and then graduated from the University of Michigan with a master's degree, go on to become so involved in these modern buildings for our nation's capital? In a 2019 interview by Mary Fitch, he said he decided he wanted to be an architect during his junior year of college. Here's part of his explanation.
I was a junior in college. I just said, let me try this. And it was right up my alley. I could always draw. I mean, I had artwork in the bookstore at Michigan that I was selling at the time. You know, I had some posters that I had drawn. So it was like I found my niche.
After graduation, he moved to Washington, D.C., teaching at the University of Maryland, and eventually becoming principal partner in what became known as DP and Partners. Their early accomplishment was the Pennsylvania Avenue development. They helped change that neighborhood from being run down to being a prime location in D.C. Purnell said in his firm they call this placemaking, where they take on a project that could really be a catalyst for change in the city. Well, Mr. Purnell, you've changed D.C., but that's only part of your story. In fact, Mr. Purnell is recognized worldwide and has lectured in Australia, Japan, and many other countries. He also served as national president of the American Institute of Architects. One of his proudest accomplishments is designing the MLK Jr. Memorial with Roma Design Group, a $120 million project in Washington, D.C. Now that his firm is closed, he is a professor at North Carolina State University, and he gave this advice in a discussion with the National Organization of Minority Architects.
You have to start thinking about what it is you want to do. That's what I tell my students a lot. It's like, figure out the kind of work you want to do, the kind of projects you want to do, the kind of firm you want to work in. I knew that if I started my own firm, it'd be easier for me to decide what kind of projects I wanted to do. And then it would be easier for me to decide what I wanted to do in the firm.
We commend Marshall Purnell for figuring out so much in his journey, including your contributions to the world of design and your commitment to teaching future architects. You, sir, are a new Black hero. You can call his faculty office or email him at marshall_purnell@ncsu.edu. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video and share it with that kid who loves to build.